It's Week 15 of the National Football League, and all eyes are on Jared Goff. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Blues and the Caps, and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
As the sun starts to set, we're going to see how much light is left by the end of this early evening game here on the NFL on EA Sports. Glad to have you with us, football fans. Kate Scott and Brock Hewitt up here in the broadcast booth. And Brock, one side with a clear advantage coming into this one, coming off the bye week, while their opposition, well, not only are they less rested, but they're coming off a big L as well.
Just a reality. Just a reality of the NFL that every season you're going to catch somebody coming off a bye or in more time to rest up than you did. And if you feel sorry for yourself, well, you're probably going to lose. When these games come along, it's time to grit your teeth and work even harder on those tired legs. And you're going to see a lot of teams in that spot try some big plays early to grab that momentum right from the jump.
Young Kwaku has it all teed up. And here we go from Melbourne. Here's Kavontae Turpin on the return. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. So out comes their offense for its first possession of the game. And leading them out to the #1 overall pick in this year's draft out of USC, a player with immense promise, Caleb Williams.
As you take the field coming off of a real late season bye, you just want to maximize what last week was all about. Making sure that physically, mentally, emotionally you're recharged so you can go attack the final stretch of this season.
First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Tackled by the venerable Cameron Hayward. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 34. He gets it complete to Kenneth Walker. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. That play good for 17 and a first down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Pass complete to Walker. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that'll be a first down. Working from the gun, Williams. Into the hands of Walker. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. In the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
They'll run it here. It's James Conner. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Levante David, like so many times in his career, making that tackle. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. He's got Smith. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Chased out to his right. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he slides down inside the 5-yard line. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him, calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
His drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. They set the tight end in motion. They don't get this snapped in time. This is going to back them up. Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0. 1st and goal, now 5 yards tougher after that penalty. They send a man in motion. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, you call that play to surprise the defense, try to get to the goal line. But a quick adjustment by the defense, well, it kept him in position to make the stop and ruin that play.
He's got it. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Now here's Williams. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins. Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Khalif Raymond to return it. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. So here comes their offense for its opening drive. And leading them out in his 9th NFL season, he experienced a real resurgence last year. It's Jared Goff.
Nobody came away happy last week, no question about it. Himself, most of all. His team went 0-1, picking up the loss, but he was 0-1. 1 pick, no touchdowns. Not good enough. Defeat not an option this week, and neither is a lack of touchdowns. They intend to rectify both.
Completed here to Pickens. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Brought down by the future Hall of Famer, Bobby Wagner. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 36. Watson with the catch. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Stopped by Foye Oluokun. Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. On the option, it's Jacobs. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the 1st down. From the gun, Goff. Has it to his back. Here's Josh Jacobs. And that's good for a gain of 5. Tackle made by Cameron Curl. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Off play action, Goff. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
He's on the move. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
1st down throw from Goff. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Goff setting to throw. Gets it to him on the screen. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. They've come out swinging to begin this contest as they've got it down to the 31. Goff on 1st and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. He's got a gain of 6 there. Stopped by Foye Oluokun.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance. The offense not shy about sending him downfield to try and stretch that secondary. Even still, one of the deeper targets you'll see him get. It's a shame they couldn't find a connection.
Goff now on 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. A 5-yard gain on the play. And that gives them the first. Working inside the red zone. He's got Watson. They'll have first and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's first and goal. Jacobs goes the wrong way and is going to lose several here. Now, after battling on that run, we see one of their linemen appears to be injured and in need of some attention. Backed up to the 8 here. It's second and goal. Again, it's Jacobs. And they'll make this stop after a small push to the 5. Just a couple on that play. It's going to be third and goal. Shotgun snap here to Goff. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And it's picked up by the defense.
Gosh, we have seen these quarterbacks make some incredible plays from here to reach the end zone. That was certainly not one of them. Careless with the football, left an opening for those defenders to knock it free and escape without surrendering any points.
And the drive will start out with a first and 10. Williams on the play action. It's caught. This is Gabe Davis. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Only a solitary field goal so far as we're through one quarter. Just a field goal separates these two. More from this one right after this. And we're back. Road offense out there and set. Let's get the second quarter started. They've got first and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. Escapes the pocket. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Running left, here's Walker. And defenders are there to get him at the line. Tackled by the venerable Cameron Hayward. This drive in some serious trouble. It's third and 12. Here's Williams. Walker hauls it in. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Not terribly complicated on this one, just not the third down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently, little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
So fourth down, and the big-legged Michael Dixon out to punt. And this will be his first effort of the contest. That hits at the 9, but nobody around to grab it. It carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Blues and Josh Jacobs about set to go on offense. And you know who the ball is going to when they reach the red zone. He's currently top 5 across the NFL in rushing scores this season. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. When he gets it forward, it's still about a yard out of that. Boye Mafe bringing that play to a halt. They'll come to the line here, second and 9. They stick with Jacobs. And it's a nice gain off a really good effort there just to stay upright. They get about 4 there, need a little more than that now on third and 6. Out of the shotgun, Goff. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
That sure ended up being worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Jack Fox getting the call here to punt on 4th down. Coming off a busy week, 5 punts in the loss, and he sends this one away. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Caps start headed out, and we'll see Kenneth Walker. And they've gone to him as a receiver to complement his presence in the backfield, Brock, to some good early results. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Williams from the gun. He's on the move. He tucks and takes off. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. They get 13 on the pickup, and it'll give them a 1st down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. The rookie out of Alabama, they're on the tackle. 2nd and 3 now. Hand off to Walker from the gun. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on 3rd and short.
And again, they stall him out at the line. He couldn't get it.
As a corner in this league, oh, you can go to the Pro Bowl if you can cover. If you want to be an all-pro, you stick someone like that.
On for the field goal now. Here's Brandon McManus. This is going to be a 38-yarder from the right hash. And the kick by Folk is good. It sails right through. A beautifully placed football.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Israel Abanikanda on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. Now outruns their offense to take over. And they'll take over facing a 6-0 deficit. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Goff to the air now. Short pass brought in. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Lucky that didn't end as an interception. And now they face 2nd down. On the handoff, here's Jacobs. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8. Goff back to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. We've got a break in the action. Looks like someone was shaken up on the play. Medical personnel out now to attend to him. Jack Fox on the punt. And he'll try to have his 2nd punt top his 1st one. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Caps and Caleb Williams running out for their next drive. And his effectiveness hasn't been limited to what he can do with his arm this season. On that last drive, he reached a significant mark for his efforts on the ground as well. Williams to throw on 1st. Connects on the crosser. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that'll give him a 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
First down throw by Williams. On the quick slant, it's Davis. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And they're going to have a first down. Williams will look to throw. He's got it near the 8. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with first and goal.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay a game. Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty. First and goal, now 5 yards tougher after that penalty. Stick in the air, it's Williams. Escapes the pocket. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the pressure drives them backwards.
Well, now this is certainly going to make second and goal considerably more difficult. He could have gotten rid of it to avoid the big loss. But give some credit here to the defense as well. That pressure was suffocating. It's going to make it a more difficult now second and goal situation.
And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. So now, here's third and goal. To throw, Williams. That one's complete over the middle. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow. Give him the first half trifecta. He's 3 for 3 on field goals. And as much as they'd like 6 points to end drives, not 3, they can at least be happy they're getting consistent looks inside field goal range, and he's delivering.
Here's Abanikanda on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. Their offense running back out now. And they haven't been able to find their way on the scoreboard just yet as the deficit has reached 9 points. On first down, it's Goff. And that's knocked away. The linebacker got him in the middle of the field, incomplete.
You know, that is so hard to do. That's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. We're at the 2-minute warning now from Australia. The Blues with the football. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. From the gun, Goff. Cut by Jacobs. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
First down throw from Goff. Complete to Coleman. And a solid gain gets them across the 45 before he goes out. 16 yards on the play. And they'll have first down.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
Throwing again, it's Goff. taken in nicely by Brock Bowers. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. This one's caught. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. So after that completion, we've got a player in some visible discomfort. And here come the trainers to get him some help. Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Has it down close. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. Jacobs. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Blues make it a 1-score game before halftime. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. Young Hui Koo on for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Blues cut the lead down to just 2. We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. Fielded at the 7. This return makes it up to the 25. The Caps headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. 1st down, Williams. He's on the move. Now here he goes. Give him 13 on that play. And it sets up 1st down. Timeout taken by the offense, their 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. New set of downs for him at the 38. Working from the gun, Williams. And for the first time, one of his throws doesn't find a home. It's incomplete, but boy, what a streak he had to begin this game. Williams thrown again here on 2nd down. Brought in by Hooper. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Arnold Ebiketie makes it there for the stop. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, here's Williams. That's caught for the 1st. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. That brings us to the midway point of this one. The Caps enjoying a nice little lead here on the road. Now we'll send you back across the Pacific to our Orlando studios. We've got Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report coming up.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. More from you and Brock in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. And then lastly, on Monday Night Football, those fans will be riled up as it'll be a good matchup between their guys and what equates to be a very tough opponent. Both these teams making their way out of the tunnel, and we're ready for the second half. And for the call, we send it back to Kate Scott and the other blonde bomber, Brock Heward.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. Here's a Conda on the return. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. Their offense taking the field now for the opening drive of the second half. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. Running on first here with Jacobs. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on second down. Going run again with Jacobs. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. They'll run here following the penalty. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Goff now on third down. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't, they call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
The Blues out to get a boot into this one. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. He has it at the 33. And it ends up a good return for him, up past their own 40. And that punt gets up to 59 yards. And it's going to be their football coming up. Now this offense ready to head back out. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every first down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
Second down now, 7 to go. Here's Williams. Stays in. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
This is a time where you get in that huddle and you just look at one another and say, hey, let's get back in rhythm. Get back in rhythm. Get something good to feel good about. Sure, you'd love to get the first down, but more than anything, just find a positive play after a huge sack.
Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. It's a gain of 22, and it'll give him a first down.
Man, I don't ever want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass, and then what happens? Well, you get a quarterback that lowers his head, gashes the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. You take away the pass, but you can't stop the QB run.
Williams set to pass. Davis there to grab it. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Making the stop that time, Kool-Aid McKinstry. They'll go with Walker on the counter. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Go ahead. Find me an offense that won't take that type of efficiency on every snap. Listen, it was good execution, a quality game, and it moved the sticks.
This finds Smith. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. Second and 3 now. Taken in by Smith. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got first and goal. Tight end going in motion here. Didn't get that one off in time. This is going to be a delay of game. Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0. First and goal, now 5 yards tougher after that penalty. Williams from the gun. He brings it in. He has the touchdown. So the back does the work that time, Brock, taking it in for the touchdown.
Yeah, a running back in space can be an awfully dangerous weapon on a football field. Whether that's a designed route to him, a check down, you see what can happen, what kind of damage the elite running backs in this league can do.
Brandon McManus on for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Caps push the lead to 2 scores now. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Here's Raymond on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. This offense ready to get going again now. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. That one doesn't find its man. Incomplete.
That was simply a case of not enough time available to let that play develop. That throw was out so quick, and he wasn't able to reel it in.
And this one won't be caught, but we got a flag here. Looked like there may have been some early contact before that throw arrived. And it's as we expected, partner. We call pass interference, so put it at the spot and give him that first down. Running it after the penalty. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. Running right, here's Jacobs. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run, but I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that'll be a first down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Going to the ground again on first. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with 3rd down and 6 to go. Play clock down to 0, and the flags come out. Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty. Backed up now after the penalty. It's 3rd down. Shotgun snap here to Goff. They get to him and bring him down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it, except for this defense that just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
They'll bring out the punter here. Jack Fox will kick it away. And this one ventures out of play on the fly. The question is where it's marked. Looks like they'll say the 17-yard line. The visitors ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. They'll get this drive started, 1st and 10. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. Staying with Walker. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Tackled on the play by Marlon Humphrey. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on 3rd down. Now here's Williams. It's complete to Hooper. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
He's on the move. He's going to keep it this time. And he slides down with enough to pick up that 1st. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Well, there was no sense in taking a risk down the field when a 1st down was just a run away. They'll get to reset now and figure out just how they want to attack a new set of downs.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. To throw is Williams. Renfro on the catch. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup, and that gives them the 1st. Now Williams. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. He makes it in for the touchdown. The Caps could lock away the win as they make it a 15-point game. That is a touchdown to one of their prime receiving targets.
This is really what you pay your skill guys for. You know, I had an old coordinator say, it's my job to get you a one-on-one. It's your job to go out and win it with a touchdown.
Offense not going anywhere. They want to. They'll try to run it in. And he will get into the end zone. They go for 2, and that gives them a 3-score advantage.
You know, this game can be pretty simple. Beat the man in front of you, carry the ball over the line, rushing football at its finest.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Here's Raymond on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Their offense ready to take the field now. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. On 1st down, it's Goff. Finds the in route complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already to midfield. Goff on 1st and 10. And they touch him down. Looks to be about 4 yards short of the sticks.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Escapes his grasp. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
How many times we see these coaches after games sit there at the press conference, they pull out the stat sheet, and when they do, they look for some anomalies. And today, well, this head coach is going to be very proud of a defensive effort, getting after the quarterback 6 different times. 6 sacks, and they've had a heyday in the backfield.
Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll give them a first down. From the gun, Goff. Watson with the catch. And he will take this in. Touchdown! The Blues get it back to within 2 possessions. Christian Watson with the touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Koo on now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Blues cut the lead down to 10. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Turpin with a return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The visitors are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. To throw, Williams. This one delivered off target, Brock. That's incomplete.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
And he's tackled after gaining a handful. They get about 4 there. Need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6. Williams to throw. Getting out to his left. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that'll give him a first down.
When a play breaks down, every once in a while, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on that ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that one.
First down throw by Williams. He's got Smith. And he's out of bounds after getting this one to the opposing 45-yard line. Following that completion, a member of the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. It's Walker on the option. And he works this to the 38 before going down. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
They had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he gets this one down to the 30-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Into the hands of Walker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You just got to love that angle route. It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off a first down.
That one complete to Hooper. And he's brought down after a short gain. 2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 21. That's Smith on the slant. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And they're going to have a first down. Working inside the red zone. Escapes the pocket. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Caps can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. Caleb Williams, the touchdown. And if you like scoring, well, no doubt this dude's been one of your favorite quarterbacks to watch this season. That is rushing touchdown number 10 on the year, and he's really had a running back's nose for the end zone every time he's taken the field. Extra point try is good by McManus. And the Caps take a 3-possession lead. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Here's Raymond on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Their offense returning to the field for another possession. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. Complete here to Bowers. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. One play in, and already they're close to midfield. First down throw from Goff. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
That'll be complete to Jacobs. And this one does not go far. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing again, it's Goff. Flush down out to his left. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down. Out of the shotgun, Goff. This ball's cut by Bowers. And they take him down right along the 30. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. That throw finds Pickens. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. First down from the red zone. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Throwing from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Turning to Jacobs on 3rd. And he doesn't get this one very far. Down to only about the 18. Offense up to the line fast. Desperation time here on 4th. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. This offense getting all set for this series. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays have followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. great blocking to spring him. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Walker on first down. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Melbourne. Caps can rest easy with a 3-score lead. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Running with Walker again. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Walker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Making a really close measurement to see if he got the 1st down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
Short side option here, he's running left. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with a win. Well, as they celebrate to the boos of the home crowd, I'm sure you're having flashbacks, buddy. It's got to be music to their ears, hearing those fans voice their displeasure.
It is so sweet, Kate, when you win on the road for a couple reasons. Yeah, I do remember. I remember silencing those road crowds. There's no better feeling than to hear, those boos and those cheers and all that noise just silenced because you beat them in their building. You know the other great sound? The plane ride home. Those are some of the greatest memories you have to celebrate that road victory and a whole road trip home to take it all in.